So the foundation budget covers everything, with the exception of one big area that we keep hearing about. And so I just want to make sure that we're all understanding, we're on the same page. And then I really want to, I'm looking forward to us coming together and coming up with some really innovative solutions. We serve close to 24,500 students, more or less. The Worcester Public Schools is made up of 60 buildings. Now, some of those, the majority are schools, and then we also have some Head Start programs in that. We have our Parent Information Center, and we have the administration building. Of those 60 buildings, and some of the schools are more than one building, of course, 11 of them were constructed before the 1900s. That's a really long time. And they're beautiful. They're beautiful buildings, very much like City Hall. 14 of those 60 were constructed between 1900 to 1940. And so as we know, buildings that are older, I just moved into a home that was constructed in 1909, require a lot of modernization, right? You have to do upkeep for those buildings. What I have learned is that in 2017, there was a comprehensive facilities assessment that was done on these 60 buildings. And at that time, what was recommended was 22 of those buildings needed to be replaced or receive major renovation. 22 of the 60 in 2017. And also, there were buildings, not of those 22 that needed to be replaced or majorly renovated. There were other buildings that also needed urgent building needs. And at that time in 2018, when it was budgeted, that was close to $70 million of budgeting needs. Now, what I shared in the previous slides for the foundation budget, that doesn't address these needs. So there's some work to be done, right? And this is the team to make this happen. So let me finish by saying, well, then how do we get funding streams? And there's two ways right now, but I'm going to say that I really look forward to coming up with some solutions collectively for the city on this third part. The first one is through, City Clerk, we're going to do some clicking, if you would. Okay, so if you would click for me. I want to see which one's going to come up first. All right, so the first one is the capital projects, which the city has been providing for us. And so the capital projects is to address things like plumbing, restrooms, school safety, that's like door locks and buzzers, that kind of thing, renovations in the area of electrical upgrades, lighting, flooring, HVAC, traffic and parking, ADA accessibility, because as you know, if you start making changes to older buildings, then we have to start meeting the ADA requirements. Fire alarm systems, masonry, walls, foundation, those kind of things, and then playgrounds. For the schools that we have, which is close to 50 actual, no, it's more than that, so the 60 buildings, the $3.5 million really just can't cover all of this, right? Now, I'm not saying that this is what the city needs to do. I just want to I want to paint a picture of this because I think we have some work we can do together. The other funding source is the Massachusetts School Building Authority. And we hear a lot about this, right? And there's two projects that the Massachusetts School Building Authority, which is an application process, allows for. One is the accelerated repair, where they will repair boilers, windows, and roofs. None of which is on the other side, right? So they're very clear that these are the three areas that they'll repair. I know that our mayors throughout Massachusetts have requested that they start to refund the accelerated repair because even MSBA is running out of money. So I want to thank the mayors. I want to thank City Council because you've been behind this work in the core project side of it, right? So the renovation or full replacement, that's the other part that we have been utilizing as a city. And so we have already replaced under the leadership of the city, Nelson Place, and we've replaced South, and now, as you know, Duarte's in process. And even when MSBA does approves a new replacement or a renovation, they only fund up to 80%. So the city is still picking up another 20%. And then we know what is originally budgeted out and then what ends up being costs the city more. So again, I don't want this to sound like that that we have not been trying to make this work. I just think we need to start pulling together and do something there's a missing piece. And it's that part that I've got up on top, which is modernization upgrades. When speaking with MSBA, their statement, when I asked them about these other pieces, how do we improve our plumbing in our very old and beautiful facilities? How do we improve our electrical? They say that's the responsibility of the city and through the capital projects. But we know that there is a finite amount of money that a city has. And so how might we, and this is the next slide, really start to come together? Because we found a problem. It's very clear. Our community is asking us, we need to do something for our schools. We know there's only so much money available. How can we work together as a city in tandem with the city manager, which he and I have had multiple conversations, with city council, with school committee, and then with our local legislator, to go to the state and say, we want to find a solution that can work, and we need to do this together rather than apart from each other. So with that, I open it up to